Thank you, Sushi, and pleasure to be on this platform here with everybody. Especially because even though my current life involves being in the development sector, my previous life was in the corporate sector. So I think having seen both the sides of the coin, the giver and the receiver, it's very pleasure to hear the discussion so far. And congratulations to Dr. Bhaskar and the team of Gitanjali, Gayatri, and Nikhil, because बोलना बहुत easy होता है. बहुत लोग बातें करते हैं, लेकिन to get such a revolutionary law passed, I'm sure it must have taken such a huge amount of patience, perseverance and persistence on your part. So very happy to know three of you, as well as led by Dr. Chatterjee here. What I would say for us, I run an NGO now called Lend a Hand India for last 10 years. Since leaving the corporate world and happily unemployed for last 10 years, I can say in the process that for us CSR has been a catalyst in that, because many times what happens is that the conventional funding which is available will go only to the conventional programs. In that there is not much scope for innovation here and otherwise, and you really need to just go with the proven track record, programs with proven track record earlier. And the way we have seen the CSR acting as a catalyst is acting as creating a very demonstrable model for the government. Because at the end of the day, this 2% CSR or any foundation, funding is not going to match the resources and the reach which government has in that. But if this funding can be used to demonstrate what government funding can be put towards the efficiency of the scheme, otherwise that can really lead to much more impact. And just to share with you a very real life example in our case was that there's a three-way partnership between corporate JP Morgan Chase, Lend a Hand India, and government of Maharashtra. And this was in 2012-13 when vocational education or skill development was not that much in vogue as it is today. So JP Morgan, as part of the CSR obligation and otherwise, funded us to set up 10 schools in Mumbai and 10 schools in Pune to impart vocational education in high school and in grade 9 to grade 12. So we did that, and in partnership with the state government, having the policy approvals and otherwise too, right? So it was each of us brought the thing which we were good at. The NGO like Lend a Hand India brought the technical expertise of implementation on the ground. JP Morgan brought the capital, and the government of Maharashtra brought the regulatory and policy making power. We're able to show the sort of results with that particular experiment. Then with that particular 20 schools in Mumbai and Pune, the project has scaled up to 650 schools now within Maharashtra itself with the government funding, and a lot of learning from these pilots were used to make the policy at the state government level. And similarly, now we replicated the same Maharashtra model across 24 states and union territories now, and the model is reaching 10,000 plus schools and about 10 lakhs students, right? So one can really see that this CSR funding can act at such a catalytic level to create such a huge systems-based reform, which will stay much longer beyond Rajgild or beyond Lend a Hand India or beyond any of us on the call here. And to me, that is the real contribution of CSR. Right. One more aspect which normally is not spoken about, and I would like to bring it here in order to ensure sustainability. Just last week, I spent almost 1 hour with a CEO of a huge industrial group in Pune. He was thinking, how are they going to do the CSR? What should the group strategy and other things too? And I realized that I'm not sure any CEO of his, group turnover and all that would have spent 1 hour every quarter to know what are the societal problems are outside of his, immediate area of concern of revenue, profit, growth, expansion, acquisition, mergers, and all that, right? And I think getting that kind of a mind space of 1 hour for such a huge, influential sort of decision makers across the countries who are creating thousands of jobs, investing billions of rupees, is phenomenal, a very, very critical impact of the CSR law, which hasn't been captured. We all speak only about the 2%, this much investment, these many crore rupees gone into this sector and all that. But this kind of mind space, and I'm sure that CEO, even if he resigns tomorrow, goes somewhere else, retires and all that, this kind of education which has been created, or this kind of awareness about social issues which has come into play, maybe from compliance point of view today, लेकिन वो उसके साथ रहेगा उसके दिमाग में, right? These are the societal issues, these are the things which need to be sort of taken care of. So whatever business decision he or she may make, whatever personal decision he or she may make in future, will be impacted by this 1 hour every quarter of CSR meeting that he has to undergo, which is sort of mandatory by law today, right? So I think that as we capture other things, it will be great to capture this sort of side effect, but very, very very important effect of the CSR law, which Dr. Chatterjee and his team has been instrumental in getting it. And to me, that is what will actually, that will what actually make the sustainable ESG going forward beyond the law. My hope would be that if such awareness can be created among CEOs and other places too, maybe tomorrow CSR law may not be needed, right? That will be the real sort of, success, with themselves are so aware and responsible to do, take the responsibility going forward. So thank you again for such a wonderful opportunity, and look forward to hearing my other fellow panel members. Thanks.